Hey there, everybody. This is Andrew Mitchem at the Forex Trading Coach, and really pleased to be here at the Trade Zone for the month of March, although of course today being February the 27th. So really great to be here, and just encourage you on this session to please ask questions, make it interactive. The more that you ask me, and I can see your comments coming through, the more that you ask me, the more you'll gain out of this session. We're looking to go about 25 minutes, and I'm going to take you through the trades that I'm taking personally today on the daily charts and weekly charts, and then we're going to have some discussion of why I've taken those trades and also where I see some strength and weaknesses to help you into the upcoming day. But first of all, I'd really like to thank Andrew Lockwood, who was here with Eightcap and on these trade zone sessions for all of February. And Andrew, really appreciate you handing the baton over to me, and I'm really looking forward to giving lots of great content and lots of really useful information to help everybody out there on this session. So use the comments tab. Let me know if you can hear me, see me, and where you're coming from around the world. Just to let you know also that we're going to be doing these sessions every Monday, like today, and every Wednesday for the next 4 weeks. So that's our agenda. Also wanted to say thank you to Eightcap as well. And we'll cover their amazing portal that they have with their economic calendar and some trading tools as well in the session. So let's get straight into it. So really interesting that today, here I am at the Forex Trading Coach, and I've taken no trades so far today on the Forex market. However, I have taken 4 trades on the cryptos today off the daily charts, and I've taken 1 trade on the weekly charts on the indices. So I want to cover those with you and give you an idea of what I've seen and why. So let's start with Bitcoin Cash. So this is BCHUSD, and this is a crypto that is available on Eightcap, and today I've taken a buy trade on this. Now, remember that with the cryptos, they're actually open 7 days a week, as opposed to the Forex market that's open for 5 days. And so when you're looking at the crypto markets, normally I would look at this on the Forex chart today and say this is Friday's candle and this is Thursday's, whereas of course on cryptos this is Sundays and this is Saturdays, but the principle is still the same. So I'm going to explain to you why I'm looking at this chart on Bitcoin Cash, BCHUSD, and why I'm taking a buy trade. So what I have seen here on the Sunday candle, completed candle, this is the daily chart. I'm seeing on the Sunday completed candle here, really good, strong, bullish candle, which closed very strongly. And so that's given me the idea that there's a bullish momentum. I've also seen against Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the other cryptos out there that the market is moving up, seemingly moving upwards, which is really good. What I've also seen on the Saturday candle here is what I call a hanging man candle. Now, my own proprietary software here has this as an engulfing candle on Sunday and hanging man candle on Saturday. Now, what a hanging man candle is, it's an indecision candle in the market. And if we take this further out, last week, so beginning of middle of February here, we've had this lovely uptrend on Bitcoin Cash, and then we had this exhaustion candle back here on the 21st of February. We then had a lovely pullback to the middle Bollinger Band, and that's quite an important level that I'm looking at. And then after this really good, strong bearish candle on Friday, on Saturday, we suddenly had indecision. And what this is telling me is that the market tried to push up on Saturday. However, it failed. It then came back down again and closed near the low. Sunday opened, and you can see here by this strong momentum, it basically went straight up. It did go slightly higher here and closed a tiny bit lower, but basically it's giving us confirmation after an indecision candle. So I've had an uptrend, a pullback to the middle Bollinger Band, and now I'm looking to ride this back up again. Now, another thing I like to look at is a trend line break. And you can clearly see that if I take from this high here on the 21st all the way down through here, we've had a very defined trend line break. And that's really important as well, by the Sunday candle. We also have what I call a U-shaped pattern here, which means that we've bottomed out and had a swing low. And if you look at the price at this level here, that's extremely close to the 130 level. So it's again a very strong support level, and I like to use round numbers ending in 0, 0, and 50 in my pricing. You would also notice down here there's another indicator here, and this is the standard. It's a slow stochastic. I don't use it as a slow stochastic as such, although it is nicely oversold. What I do like about this is I'm seeing a hidden positive divergence signal. And what that does is this plots where the stochastics start to turn up and then they start to turn up again here. Now, all I'm seeing here, and by the way, my software plots this for us anyway, all I'm seeing here is the lows in the stochastic getting lower, as at the same time, the lows in the price are getting higher. What that gives me is a continuation pattern. And in other words, an uptrend, a pullback, and now I'm looking to ride this back up. One more thing I'm looking at here is my profit target. My profit target is up here at the resistance 3 level for today, which is around 142. I'm just bringing it down slightly to around the 142.80 level for my profit target on Bitcoin Cash. So keep an eye on that, see how it goes. It means that I don't need to break the upper Bollinger Band. I'm nowhere near any previous swing high. Rajneet, what indicator do I use there? So this is, are you referring to this bottom screen? And if you are, that's the stochastics, but I'm using it for divergence to back up my candle pattern. So that's my first trade for today. I've taken a limit order. So my entry level on Bitcoin Cash, I'm taking a market order, but also a limit order at 134.60. So I'm looking for a retracement down to around this level here, with a stop loss and profit target up here. So that's my first trade. Bitcoin, I've had an absolute beautiful entry level at Bitcoin just above my pivot point, which is this blue line on here. And Bitcoin itself is very similar to Bitcoin Cash, as in the uptrend, the pullback, indecision candle with Sunday's candle, and now the bullish candle. I didn't get the positive divergence signal on the stochastics, but overall I'm still seeing a very, very similar thing here. Rajneet says, is that normal stochastic? Yes, it is. It's the normal 533 stochastic settings, but I'm using it for divergence, for reversal signals and continuation patterns. So Bitcoin is my second trade on the daily charts today. And again, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. We've had a close back above the middle Bollinger Band. I've had a perfect retracement entry. My retracement entry on Bitcoin was 22,390, which is in around about there. So we had this opening here. It's come down, filled my retracement limit order, and now I'm looking to ride it up to my profit target at around 24,138 to be exact. So that's 24,138 is in, let me get this one right on here, 24,138 in around here. So that's my my profit target on Bitcoin Cash. My third trade for today, also crypto. And as mentioned, it's quite interesting that as the Forex trading coach, no specific Forex pairs just yet. I'm sure they'll come later in the day. With Ethereum, I'm bullish again on Ethereum. We've had a nice swing low in a U shape here with the Saturday candle forming a low, the Sunday candle good, strong, and bullish with a trend line break and a U shape, and my stochastics are heading upwards here. And that is my third trade for today. And the fourth trade, again, this is another crypto that's available on Eightcap, and it's called Solana. Now, when I'm trading, I don't really get too concerned with the actual market that I'm trading, or which Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana I'm trading, which crypto. What I am looking for is the pattern. Now, I know and trust this pattern because I've been trading it for around 17 years and teaching it at the Forex Trading Coach for nearly 14. So these patterns work and they have very high probability, and that's what I'm here to help you with. As a continuation pattern again today, I'm looking for a very similar thing. Looking for a pullback first, and on Solana, I'm looking for a pullback to 2284, which is just around here. It's almost back to it. But similar thing here, we've had the uptrend, the pullback, the U shape, the trend line breakdown through here, plus the hidden positive divergence again that we're looking for. You'd notice in here we've got the round number 23, and my profit target on this is at 24.57. So real nice continuation pattern there again. So those are the 4 trades that I have taken so far today based off the daily charts. Now, before we move on, I also wanted to point out, because these are continuation trades, they're trading with the trend after a pullback. The other trade that I took last week was on Solana as well, and that was up here as a reversal trade. Now, if you're on the chat here, just type in, let me know what you can see here, because is this a continuation or is this a reversal? Rajneed, why do we enter at round numbers? No, you don't enter at round numbers. You just have to use round numbers to aid you with your profit targets and stop losses. A little bit harder on cryptos, but when we come on to some Forex pairs, I share that with you. Yes, this is a reversal trade here, and this was a reversal of this uptrend. Now, it's a trade I've taken last week, and I've closed out of the trade for profit. It hit the profit target here. This was taken on the 20th. So this is the close of the 21st candle, which was last Tuesday, taken on the Wednesday, and then this closed out here on the Friday for full profit. This is a reversal, and you can see that you can see the market moved back up. I had a really good retracement entry. So all I was doing on this candle here is drawing my fibs over the candle, and I'm looking for a really good retracement entry and a profit target at this 161 level in here. So that's a reversal of the upper Bollinger Band. It was also a reversal of a really good, strong resistance level. And this is a continuation trade. So reversal means it's changing direction from an uptrend looking for it to drop. The continuation means we have a trend in play, then a pullback, and then I'm looking for that trend to continue. Yeah, this was at a very, Rajneed, this is at a very, very strong resistance level through here. You can see multiple bounces all around that level. That give me the confirmation to go short. So those are some trades to share with you. On the weekly chart, I've taken a trade here on the Netherlands 25 index. Now, again, this is available on Eightcap, and it's fantastic to see Eightcap offering so many markets. If you want to see there's different ways of bringing up the markets, but one thing you can do on here is to create a new chart, and you can see through here that they have all the Forex pairs, minors and majors, like a really good selection on the commodities here, lots of metals as well. And what I like about the way that Eightcap have here, they don't just have gold against the US, let's say. You've got gold against the euro, gold against the Aussie, gold against the pound, gold against the yen. So you've got lots of different options. In fact, last week I took a silver trade against the euro, actually. If we get time, I'll share that with you. But that was a trade I took last week, which was very profitable. So lots of markets, lots of cryptos on here. So many of them on here, lots of stocks, and from this particular market here, you also have the option, as you can see through here, is the major and minor indices, which you see on there, and the Netherlands 25 is one of the minor ones here. Now, the reason I've taken this one today, it's a sell trade. I've taken this off the weekly chart, so we've moved to the bigger picture, and I'm looking for this to reverse. So I've seen this big uptrend here on the Netherlands 25, and then last week's completed candle we had what we call an N shape. So the price moved all the way up to here, and then it rejected this level, and now it ended up closing. So this is 2 weeks ago. It ended up closing with a downward momentum, which then last week continued. So we've had a big drop away after this uptrend back to around this level in here, just under that 750 level. And so when this market opens today, providing there's no large gap, I'm going to be taking a sell trade on here. I'm going to take a market order sell trade, and I'm going to take a limit order, a sell limit to sell above the current price. So that's how I take my trades on the weeklies, dailies, etc., like that. So those are the 5 trades that I've taken today. Just going to change tack just slightly now, and we're going to come back to the strength and weaknesses of different currencies. So to help you with where I see strength and weakness for today, but I just want to bring this up on screen and share with you this fantastic page. There's a couple pages here actually on Eightcap, their economic calendar, which is really, really useful. So you can have a look at this and have a look at some of the upcoming low, medium, and high impact news announcements for the week or day by day. And what's really cool with this is it actually moves on to the next one. You can see the next one's forecast, whereas everything to the left has been actual. So it actually moves for you. And what it also does is it displays the time up here in your local time. So you don't have to go converting it to Eastern Standard Time, New York time, or UK time, or, you know, it defaults automatically to your local time zone, which is really cool. And also you can then go and like click on different assets down here, and this tells you which this next event here is likely to affect as well. Lots of other further information back here to have a look at. So I really encourage you to get onto the Eightcap portal, have a look at the economic calendar there. The other thing that's really, really good that they have is under the tools section. You scroll down to the tools section, have a look at their margin calculator and also their profit calculator as well. So two really important and useful tools there on the calculators on the tools page, and the economic calendar, which, as I mentioned, defaults to your local time zone. That will pop up here for you. So you don't actually do anything because it's already defaulted to the week ahead and the day ahead. So really cool pieces of useful trading information there. So any other questions, keep them coming through. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to explain to you some of the pairs and the strengths and weaknesses that I see for today. So overall, we're going to the Forex market now. Overall on the Forex market, I'm looking ideally for the upcoming day for there to be some strength in the US dollar and some strength in the Canadian dollar. And I'm looking for there to be some weakness in the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar, and the New Zealand dollar. So those are the strengths and weaknesses that I see. We put that together into a like a currency pair situation. And so as an example, if we're looking at some strength in the US and we're looking at weakness in the yen, when I'm looking at the US yen, I'm ideally today looking for bullish price action. That's what I'm looking for. Now, this is based off the daily charts here. This is last Friday's, and of course, today's only just opened, and we've only just sort of gone through the Asian session, so not a lot's happened yet. Europe's not quite opened, but you can still use this information. So whatever strategy that you trade, I would be preferring today on the US yen and the US franc and the euro yen, the pound yen, the franc yen, the Euro New Zealand, Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie, and Canadian yen, all of those I'm preferring to see buy trades. So it's not to say that the US franc will just keep going up. What it is saying is if you go to a shorter time frame chart, let's say you see a good pattern. I'm a technical trader, so I'm looking for candle patterns. If I see a good setup on, let's say, the US Swiss franc on a 4-hour chart or a 6-hour, whatever time frame you see that set up on, and it's bullish today, I'm much more prepared to take that trade because it's trading with the overall trend. So so the US franc would be one of those as well. If we have a look at some of those other markets that I mentioned, the pound Australian dollar would be one as well. So if I go to the pound Australian dollar for today, you can see already today. Now, I made this prediction at the beginning of the market opening, which was some maybe 7.5 hours ago. I mentioned this. Obviously, we're live on here, but I've published this information on our Forex Trading Coach website some 7 hours ago to say that I was preferring buy trades on the pound Australian dollar today based on that strength and weakness. And so already today, the pound Australian dollar has already moved up around 77 pips. So if you were trading, let's say, on some of the shorter time frame charts, I haven't looked at shorter time frames yet because I I don't generally look at them at this time of the day, but I'll see if I can find you a potential setup just to give you an example. Little bit flat through here, so not really a pattern in here, but I have seen some good bullish candles forming here on the 1 hour charts. None of these are quite good enough for what I'm personally looking at on this 1 hour chart, but maybe if you went down shorter, you could see something. But already you can see that today the pound Australian has moved up quite nicely. I'm also looking at strength on the euro Australian as well. And you can see already today that that's moved up really quite well, good as well. So what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the strength of, let's say, the euro and the pound overall, and I'm looking at the weakness in the Australian dollar. So I'm looking at a lot of Australian dollar weakness for today. And I suspect if we go and have a look at the Australian US, it's probably, let's have a look, because I haven't looked yet today. Let's have a look at the daily. It's probably dropped, and yes, that's exactly what it has done. So the Australian Canadian would be another. And bearing in mind that the Canadian market's not even open yet and doesn't for quite a number of hours, you can see already that that is starting to fall as well. So strength and weakness is a really important part of the way that I trade. At the beginning of each week, I look at the weekly charts and I make my analysis based on the weekly chart strength and weakness. And then at the beginning of each day, which is 5 p.m. New York time, I make that same analysis based off the daily charts for the upcoming day. Now, of course, if my daily analysis and my weekly analysis both align and they're both showing, let's say, the Australian Canadian to be falling, then if I see sell trades for that day on the Australian Canadian, I'm trading with the weekly chart strength or weakness and the same with the daily. So lots of momentum with me there. Now, a couple of charts I just wanted to share with you as we come towards the end of the session. But what I want to share with you is some trades that I've taken last week based on those longer time frames and that same strength and weakness analysis. And the first trade here is an Australian Canadian trade, which I took last week. And that's actually just hit profit on my account only just a few minutes ago. Before we went live. And so I'm looking for a retracement level to the 61.8 and my profit target has just been hit. My profit target was at 91.35 and it's just been hit just today. So I'm really pleased with that. It was a really good trade. And on that trade, I ended up having a stop loss at around 65 pips and a profit target at around 250. So it's well over a 3-to-1 reward to risk. And that's really important for my trading as well. I like to have trades that have a 2.5, 3, 4, sometimes as high as 6 or 7-to-1 reward to risk. And that's a big part of trading. Low controlled risk, but higher reward to risk. And we can talk about that on more sessions. By the way, I'm going to be holding the next 3 Mondays after today, sessions just like this at exactly this time, plus we'll cover lots more. And then each Wednesday, so Wednesday coming, which will be the 1st of March, I'm going to be holding a session at this same time. And of course, being Wednesday, we're going to get a lot more price action than we are right now. And I'm anticipating that we will get a lot more Forex pairs to discuss live on that session as well. I'll just share with you this sell trade that I took here last week, a couple of weeks ago as well, based off the Australian US weekly chart. And very similar, we had a lovely retracement and profit target was hit on that trade. That was taken last week for a full profit. I believe, without looking, I think that made around a 3.5 or 3.6-to-1 reward to risk. So let's call it 3.6. So what you're having there is, let's say, a 0.5% risk on your account for a 1.8% account gain. If you're risking 1% on your account on this trade, you made a 3.6% gain on your account. Yes, so Eightcap just reminded me to let everybody know that you can register to receive the trade zone information like this. Plus, you can receive all the market analysis and information regarding market announcements as well. So that's everything that I have to cover on this session. Thank you very much for being here. As mentioned, the by Wednesday, we'll hopefully have a lot more on the Forex market. But for now, I would be really looking at some bullish price action on Bitcoin Cash here, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And they're bullish price actions based off the daily. And let's see how the Netherlands 25 opens later today. And that's a sell trade on the weekly chart. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. Really enjoyed this session, this first session. I look forward to seeing you back here on Wednesday, same time, and we'll go through lots of great trading tips and information for you. So this is Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye for now.